Hi, it's Shanna from the Yoga Venture again, and today I have a hybrid CrossFit class for you. You're going to need 2 yoga blocks, and we'll start with just one, placing it alongside. Step on it with your right foot, and we're going to shuffle up and over to switch to the left, up and over, shifting side to side. Be careful on your block. Make sure you're going right on the top of that block and not to the edge so it doesn't roll. Just want something that's just a little height, not a huge amount, but just a little height to help work into the legs a little bit more and start building our strength. Side to side, just shifting it out. And 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step off. I'm going to turn my block just so you can see me better. You'll step on your block with your right foot, your left foot goes behind, then you'll pull your left knee to your chest and extend it back out to tap it down. So in and out, in and out. Keep a nice bend on your right leg and just let your arms swing like you're running. Pull the knee in and out, just to tap it down. Again, just being on this block, that extra height is going to make you work deeper into your muscles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And step off. And you might just see my son's head bobbing in and out of frame here. Let's switch sides. Left foot on, right foot back, and pull the knee to the chest and extend. In, out, out. Again, just let those arms run and swing. When you use your upper body, it helps to increase your heart rate, so you're doing more cardio. Just let those arms swing as you pull the knee in and extend it out. In and out, in and out. Keep your belly nice and tight. And again, keep the front leg bent. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and step off your block. Grab both blocks and place them wider than your hips and step in between them. I actually need to scoot mine out a little bit here. Let me rearrange. When you have your blocks situated, you'll jump on the block, squat down, and then back to the middle. Jump and squat, back to the middle. Jump and squat it down, back to the middle. Make sure you're being careful as you jump on and off the blocks that you're hitting the middle of the block and not the edges. 4 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time stay and squat down and stand up. Little pulse. Pulse, squatting back, back, back. Just pulsing it out here, working those legs, trying to get to a little bit of a burnout. Pulse. Stand it up, jump back to the middle, repeat, jump on the block and squat, back to the middle. On the block to squat, to the middle, and on the block to squat and back. And this is 4. We have 10 total. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stay, squat down, and then little pulses. Squat and squat and squat and squat. Sitting, your weight back to your heels, really creasing those hips. You have a flat back. Stand up, come back to the middle. One more time, jump on to squat and off. 10 of these jumps. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going low. 9 and 10. Big squat. Stand it up and then pulse it out. Sitting back. Sitting back. There you go. I know the legs and quads are probably burning. Keep it up. Stand and then just step it off. Good job. Slide the blocks right together so they touch. And again, I'm just turning to the side so you can see what I'm doing better. Step onto the blocks with both feet, crease at your hips, and find a forward fold. If your fingers can touch the floor, great. If not, just grab opposite elbows and hang forward. Start to shift your weight side to side, just rocking into the right and to the left. Stretching it out. Come to the center. Inhale, lift to a flat back. Exhale, curl the spine. Inhale, arch and lift. Exhale, curl and round. So your inhale like a cow. Exhale to a cat. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. If you can, take a hold of the back of your legs or the back of the blocks and pull your body towards your legs. Keep shifting your weight forward to come to the balls of the feet so the back of your legs lengthen and open up. And then you want to engage your quads to help stretch your hamstrings. Release, bend your knees, and round yourself all the way up to standing. Ooh, that was a good stretch. You can come off your blocks. Separate the blocks again about hip distance apart. Step both your feet onto the blocks. You'll squat down and then lift your right leg out to the side, toes point forward. Squat, alternate, lift the left. Squat and side lift, squat and side lift. As you lift, really try to get into the lateral side of your leg. So you're not turning your hip open, you're keeping your feet in parallel. Squat, lift, squat, and lift. Squat and lift. And squat it down, right leg up, squat it down, left leg up. Squat to the right, squat and left. Again, sink, lift, sink, and lift. The squat, the weight goes back onto the heels, and you crease your hips as deep as you can. Squat to the right, and squat, left. And just two more on each side, right, and down, and left, and down. Last one on each, right, and down, and left. Squat down, and then stand back up. All right, step off your blocks. Slide them out nice and wide, wider than hip distance apart. Step onto the blocks with both feet, hands to your hips. And again, forward fold, folding your body down towards the floor. Take your hands on the floor if you can, or grab hold of opposite elbows and engage your belly to pull your body towards your legs. So you're actively working your center to try to pull your body back between your legs. The weight should again be forward to the balls of the feet, the head hanging down towards the floor, and then try to really stretch the tailbone up to the ceiling. Place your hands back on your waist, stand all the way back up, and step your feet off the blocks. Now we're going to move into some upper body work. Place the blocks shoulder distance apart, your hands on the blocks, and you can either come down into a plank on your knees, make sure you protract through your shoulders and not retract, or you can come to a full plank. You're going to step off the blocks with your hands and then back onto the blocks. So you're just rotating on and off, right, left, right, and left, right, left. On and off the blocks. Left hand on, right hand on, left to the middle, right off. Just alternating, coming on and off. Try to keep your hips as stable as you can so they're not really super swinging. Try to hold them nice and still. It can be really tricky as you're coming on and off. Just do your best. I know I have a little wiggle too. It's all right. Really stabilize through your center, pulling your belly button in as you walk on and off the blocks. Now come back to center on the blocks and shift your weight forward and back, staying in that nice long plank position, pulling the belly button up and in, tucking the hips under. Now you'll press your hips up to the ceiling, push your chest back, down dog with your hands on the blocks. Keep pressing your chest back towards your legs, trying to drop the heels to the floor and pull the chest towards the thighs. Pulling the rib cage together and closing it off. You should either be looking at your knees or up to your belly button. Shift your weight forward to come back to your plank position. Slide the right block into the center of your mat. Shift to the side, lift your left arm, and then rotate back to plank. So you're going side plank, back to plank. Always lifting the left arm and then coming back to plank. Rotate and open, close back to plank. Open and close back to plank. Switch. Slide the right block out and then the left block to the middle, open the right arm and back to plank. Side plank on the left, back to center. Side plank, plank, and open and close. Swivel the hips to open and back to close. Slide the blocks back out, shoulder distance apart, and push your hips up and back. Return to that down dog position. Again, all the same cues. Pressing through your hands to open the chest, pressing it to your thighs, pulling the ribs together and closing them off, trying to drop the heels to the floor and lengthen up. Now lift your right leg up to the ceiling, shift your weight forward and try to tap your toe to your wrist without letting your foot touch the ground, and lift it back up. So you're going from three-legged dog to that wrist tap and then back to the three-legged dog. Tapping up, and now you really have to push through your shoulders and pull up through your belly to slide the leg through without tapping it or touching it on the floor. And tap, lift back, three-legged dog. Keep the legs straight as you can, both as you lift and as you come forward. Now step the right foot up between the blocks. Find your pyramid pose. If you need to adjust your blocks and lift them to a higher level so you can get that flat back, go ahead and change the blocks. Keep your spine as long as you can, and then fold yourself with the long spine over your leg. You may be able to touch your thigh. You may not be able to. That's totally fine. And then lift your right foot up and back. Come to the down dog. Left foot lifts and taps the wrist. So three-legged dog, forward to tap. Pull the belly button up. Push up through your shoulders. Find that float to tap it to the wrist and extend back up. And tap. Lift it back up. Straight leg if you possibly can. Lift to tap and slide it back up. Lift to tap, slide it up. And then step it through in between the blocks. Square the hips, lengthen the spine, look up with your flat back. And then you can move into the fold and go as deeply as you can, maintaining the position of your hips and maintaining the length of the spine. Look up, lift to step back to your down dog. Bend your knees and come to your tabletop. Walk your knees back, place the palms of your hands on your blocks, and sink your head down between your arms to lay your forehead on the mat. Allowing the hips to stay high. This is a modified puppy pose. Trying to open up the shoulders and the chest. Try to lengthen the arms to get the elbows all the way straight, and then think about pressing your armpits down towards the floor. Allowing your breath to stay calm. Inhale, look up, round through your spine to come back to your tabletop, and then press yourself back up to your down dog position. Float your right leg up to your three-legged dog and then cross it over to the opposite wrist this time to tap. Three-legged dog to the left and up. So you're crossing to tap. Again, trying to find that float as you press and lift to slide the leg through. 3 more times and tap 3, lift it up. And tap 2, lift it up. Tap 1, lift it up. Now step the leg through your blocks. Find that pyramid pose again. Now flex your front foot, pulling it back towards your face. Again, lengthen the spine, looking up with your flat back. And then fold into the stretch if possible. Maintaining that long spine and the hips and the shoulders square to the blocks in front of you. Inhale, lift to flat back and step your foot back to your down dog. Other side, left leg up, cross it over to the right wrist and extend back up. Tap and extend. Lift to tap, back to three-legged dog. Cross it over, three-legged dog. And tap and lift and tap and lift and tap and lift. Last one, tap. Lift it back up, and now step the foot between the blocks. Pull your toes back, find that pyramid stretch. Lengthening the spine and then folding deeper into the stretch if at all possible. Inhale, look forward, step back to down dog, pressing the chest back. Bend your knees, drop down to your tabletop. Elbows onto the blocks, walk your knees back, palms together, drop the head down between the arms, move your hands over your head, and press your chest down towards the floor. Hips are high. Now we're opening really deeply through the shoulders and through our triceps. This will help with over-range mobility when you lift the arms above your head, getting more openness through your shoulders, through your chest, and through your thoracic spine. And to move out of this, round your spine to roll yourself up. Walk your knees forward, and we'll move the blocks off of the mat. We'll just need one block. So take one block with you, sit down and roll all the way down to your spine. Let's do some work for our core. Lift the legs to the ceiling, point your toes, lift your shoulders and head off the mat, drop the left leg down, switch hands with the block, and scissor the other way, switch. So you're gonna scissor your legs and then switch the block from one hand to the other hand in between your legs as you scissor. Keep your lower back flat on the mat the whole time. If this gets too hard, you can drop your head down, but keep scissoring those legs, actively using the belly to pull the thigh towards the chest or towards your face, and then keep switching the block in between the legs as you scissor. Coordination and strength all at the same time, yeah? 3, 2, 1. Lift the feet back up, lower the head and neck for a minute. Block goes in between your feet. Squeeze your feet to the block, lift the head and neck, drop the legs down, pull the knees to the chest, and then extend the legs back up. Lower down, knees to chest, extend. Keep the lower back down. That's really important. If your lower back starts to arch, don't drop your legs as low. And if it gets too difficult, you can always release your shoulders and your head back down onto the mat. You're just lifting the legs up and then extending them down and then pulling the knees to the chest. Lift, lower, knees to chest. Lift, lower, knees to chest. Here's our last one. Lower, knees to chest, extend the legs. Grab your block, feet come together. Now your block goes in between your hands. Squeeze the block, bend your knees to your chest, and then pull your head and neck off, pulling up, and then release down. Squeeze up to release down. Trying to squeeze your upper body to your knees as you lift and then release. Squeeze to lift and lower down. Squeeze to lift, lower down. Try to pull yourself into a tighter ball as you come up. 2 more, tight ball, release, tight ball, and release. Lower your feet and plant them on the mat. Lift your head and shoulders, rotate to the right, tap the block down, and then to the left. So you're doing this twist side to side, squeezing in on the block, lifting the shoulders off, and again, lower back stays down as you rotate right and left, right and left. 12, 11, 10, 9, keep going, 8, almost there, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down and send your arms overhead, and then pull the arms, block touches knees. Arms overhead, block to knees. This whole time, keep your lower back on the mat, really squeezing the front body to maintain that alignment of your spine. And we're working on the mobility of the shoulder joint, lifting up and coming back down. And we're doing this without releasing our rib cage. Last one, overhead and tap the knees. Place the block in between your thighs, squeeze in on the block, and lift the hips up to the ceiling, lower down. Lift to a bridge, lower down. Squeeze to lift and lower down. Make sure you're rolling up through the spine and then rolling back down. Squeezing in on the block the whole time. Lift and lower. And lift and lower. Tucking the hips as you press up and rolling back down. Press and release. Lift the hips, stay there, and then pulse just about an inch up and down. Pulsing up and down, up and down, up and down. Press and down. Press. You're not releasing the hips all the way to the floor, just little pulses up. Hold it there, squeezing in on that block even more. Push the hips up even higher. Pressing and then release, lower yourself back down. Push up and down. We're repeating again. Press and then release all the way back down. Press it up, release it down. And squeeze, lower down, rolling up, rolling down. And lift to lower. Lift and lower, and lift and lower, lift and lower, squeezing up, hold it, pulses, pulse, up, 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 squeezing in on the block, up, hold, squeeze, 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 Squeeze those glutes, tuck those hips, press up as high as you can, and release all the way down. Again, press and release. Last set. Up and down. Lift it up, roll it down. Roll through the spine to press and release. And push up and down. And lift to lower. Lift to lower. Squeezing up and down. Squeeze and squeeze. Press. Press and pulse it out. Up, 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 up. Hold. Squeezing those glutes. Squeezing the block. Lifting the hips and release down. Move the block out from your legs. You can move it all the way to the side. Let's stretch it out. Cross your right heel over your left knee. Pull your knees into your chest. Stretching out your rotator. So figure 4 stretch on your back. If you feel twisting in your knee, flex your top foot to help stabilize your knee joint. And keep trying to draw the knees into your chest. Switch sides, take the left foot over the right knee, pull the knee into the chest, hugging everything in, flexing the foot if you need to. Keep your breath calm and even. We always are working to keep the inhales and the exhales the same length of time, and always breathing into the belly, not the shallow breathing into our chest. So always drop your breath down into your belly. Release the stretch, plant both your feet down. Take one block, lift your hips and slide the block either flat or on level 2 under your sacrum, and just rest your sacrum on the block. Your feet will still be parallel, your knees to the ceiling. This is just a supported bridge. It'll help release and stretch out your hips and your lower back. Now draw your knees up to your chest and then extend the legs up towards the ceiling. Your legs do not have to be straight. You can keep your knees bent as long as you're lifting your legs up overhead. We're going to allow the blood to drain down towards our heart. This is a modified plow position. Will also help release out the spine. Drop your left knee down, plant your foot on the floor, and then your right leg's gonna bend and extend. So bend, pull the knee in towards your chest, and then extend, try to straighten the leg. Keep the foot flexed the whole time. Bend and extend. Try to keep the knee where it is as you extend the leg towards your face. Keep the top leg extended, extend the bottom leg, and then same thing, bend and extend with the bottom leg straight. Right leg bends and extends, bends and extends. Pull it in, extend it out. Keep trying to straighten both legs as you extend. Drop the right foot down to the floor. Do the other side. Left leg lifts, flex the foot, and bend and extend. Bend and extend through the heel, extend through the knee. Bend and stretch. Bend and stretch. Bend and stretch. Stretch your right leg now so both legs are straight. Then the top leg's going to bend and extend. Bend, extend. Push through the heel as you extend the leg. Try to draw the knee to the chest as you bend. Bend and stretch. Bend. And this time let the leg come down. Pull both your knees into your chest. And then release your feet to the floor. Lift the hips enough to slide the block out from underneath you. Can roll onto your side to come all the way up. And now the block is going to go in between your shoulder blades. So you'll slide that block in between your shoulder blades. Lay your upper body over the block so your head falls off the block and down towards the floor. Open the arms out to the sides like a W. So you're really opening up through your chest and your shoulders. This is a passive stretch for the upper body. If you want, you can also do butterfly with the feet. Place the soles of the feet together and allow the hips to open out to the sides. If this is too intense, you can drop the block down a level, or you could place your head on another block or a pillow so your head isn't so drooped down. And then it will make the stretch less intense. I'm just going to really release our breathing here. Keep as calm as possible. And passively let gravity open up our spine, our chest, our shoulders, our neck. Stay as calm as possible. To move out of this, pull your chin into your chest, knees come together, and then use your center to lift yourself off the block. Come into a comfortable seated position. You can wiggle out the shoulders to relax, lengthen the spine, close your eyes. Let's do some rounds of balanced breath here. Inhaling to a full count of 4, using the full count of 4 to do the inhale, and then the full count of 4 to exhale. Both the breaths will be in through our nose. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes. Place your hands together at your heart. Bow your head down and congratulate yourself on a job well done. Thank you for joining me. I will see you next time.